I came to US in 2006, and the first 6 years I was doing residency and fellowship training, and my green card was sponsored in 2013. So it's been 8 years and I'm still in a backlog.
This issue has been there for a very, very long time, and frontline healthcare workers from India has been neglected, I would say, from US Congress, and the green card backlog right now is estimated wait time is 195 years. And we know that this is probably more than 2 lifetimes. Country as big as India, more than 1 billion people will get 7% green card. As a smaller country like or the smallest country in the world, if country has a population of 1,000 people, they will get the 7% as India would. So what happens is just by the sheer size of India, there are most of the H1B, because we have very high skilled, high tech doctors and high tech workers in India. They come here even from the IITs and AIIMS, and they come here on H1B, and then they get into this bottleneck.
Our demand is very straight. It is to remove the green card backlog. And although the comprehensive immigration reform that President Biden wants to bring in it will be good for us, but we don't see any support for that bill either in the Congress or in the Senate. So that is more like a dangling carrot. It's been almost 60 days into their administration, and they have not done anything for the legal immigrants, the backlogged immigrants so far. So that was the tipping point. And plus the wait has been getting longer and longer. I mean, I'm almost in my 8th year of backlog. And there are people who are in backlog for more than a decade also. And the other tipping point is that, during this COVID pandemic, we've been taking care of COVID patients in the ICU and putting our lives at risk. And at one point you realize that you are being shortchanged. You are working for you're risking your life, but in the end the government is not giving you any certainty in terms of immigration. That's the least they can do. I mean, look at France. They gave state citizenship to their COVID frontliners. And here there's this government that is sitting on a bill that has already passed both houses, the Senate and the House, and they're still not able to come to a consensus.
We are fighting in the pandemic, and you get sick by yourself. You have 60 days. If you are sick beyond 60 days, you are probably going to get kicked out of the country. That's not fair. If we are being called the healthcare heroes, we don't want anybody to call us healthcare heroes. Just give us our rights.
You're not treated fair and equal as people from other countries. And when you are in a backlog, you are a non-citizen. As a non-citizen in the US, your options are very limited. First of all, you are indentured to one employer. You cannot change your employer easily. It can be done, but it's very difficult. It's a process that can take a long time. A lot of us have kids who are born in India and they are now in the US, and those kids are aging out. Aging out means when they turn 21, they are no longer dependent on us, and they have to either self-deport or they have to sponsor their own visa. And some of them have been living in this country since they were an infant, and they have not seen anything outside the US, and it's not easy for them to leave. It's easy for people to say, go back to your country, but it's not easy for the kids to go back to India and start a life altogether. It's leading to family separation.
The US Congress has been the biggest disappointing factor here. A doctor from India gets treated very differently from a doctor from London, and this is happening in 21st century. And this is happening legally in the freest nation in the world.
There is not a white person in the backlog, which tells you that this is basically a racist and segregationist rule uh, by the US government, and there is no political will to change it. One is racism because we are not white. The second thing is we are not their vote bank. And the third thing is in 60 days, we haven't heard even a single word from the Biden Harris administration that they would help remove the green card backlog. We are going to come back in bigger numbers in April. We are hoping that at least 50 doctors can stage a protest in front of Capitol Hill. More is better. That's our plan.